In your reactions, you have read the body of the text, not just the headline itself, so you understand what exactly you are reacting to.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Let's get started with The Nation this morning. Masari Almakura Adamu, others. We remain with Tinubu. PDP governors can't stop coalition train, says Atiku. Inside the 1.3 trillion naira CBEX scam that left thousands bankrupt. Plato bans night grazing, restores vigilante patrols. Nigeria in age of economic reset. YMBA should refund 300 million naira to Rivers by Banwo Adegborua. Dangote cuts petrol pump price to 890 naira. Presidency gives NPC 3 weeks deadline on census report. These and many more on the front page of The Nation.
Moving on now to the front page of the Daily Trust newspapers. A cover story here says, FG makes peace to move to Niger Republic. FG makes peace move to Niger Republic. CPC Group affirms loyalty to APC, Tinubu amid defection speculations. Filling stations yet to adjust as Dangote reduces petrol price again. EFCC launches manhunt for CBEX promoters, vows to recover investors' money. Villagers flee as gunmen attack Benue communities again. Boko Haram kills 6 in attacks on Adamawa communities. 2027 will ride any vehicle that guarantees good governance, says Atiku. And finally, on the front page of the Daily Trust, 36 cows killed, 42 poisoned in Plateau as governor bans night grazing. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Daily Trust newspapers today.
Moving on now to The Guardian. Insecurity, economic concerns trail Tinubu's push for fresh census. Suspend France trip to address insecurity, Obi tells Tinubu. Federal government, World Bank in fresh $17 billion poverty reduction deal. Dangote crashes petrol price by 13 naira per litre, refines 3.5 billion litres in 7 months. Fresh killings in Benue community claim 10. REA Lagos to replace over 4 million generators with rooftop solar. Lukman alleges PDP governors aiding Tinubu as Atiku intensifies coalition agenda. Reps summon sole administrator as Rivers women demand end to emergency rule. Federal government launches plan, approves 15 billion naira to curb flood disasters. Don't lose faith in democracy, INEC chairman tells African youths. Abudu makes Times 100 most influential people in the world. These are the headlines on the front page of The Guardian.
And quickly, before we go on a quick commercial break, the front page of the Punch newspapers, a cover story here says 800 naira per litre petrol in sight as oil prices fall. PMS drops again as Dangote cuts ex-depot rates to 835 naira per litre. Crude now $65 per barrel from $75 per barrel. Details of these and more on the front page of the Punch. We're going to a quick commercial, and when we return, we'll continue.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back.
If person asks Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I've been
Connection established.
Emergency rule. Rivers women protest again. Reps panel summons Ibas. 2027 coalition to unseat Tinubu gaining ground, says Atiku. Hundreds of Boko Haram suspects arrested in Lagos, according to CJTF. And finally, on the front page of the Punch newspapers, Nigeria cuts power supply to Niger Republic. These and many more you'd find on the Punch newspapers today.
And our final stop this morning is the leadership. It's got this major story: tariff war. Nigeria, others may face budget constraints, as according to the World Bank. Tinubu gives census panel 3 weeks to submit report. Ahead of 2027, wrangling within PDP unsettles Atiku supporters. Federal government launches capacity building workshop for Kanu social workers. Firefighters avert diesel tanker fire outbreak in Kwara. Federal government targets 74 billion naira agricultural growth with new livestock policy. Otupo killings. Mark condemns renewed attacks, urges vigilance. INEC chairman Yakubu tasks African youths on peaceful polls. Federal government intensifies efforts to modernize Nigeria's legal framework. EFCC arrests 40 suspected internet fraudsters with charms in Niger. These and many more on Leadership this morning. Time to get to your reactions right now. You can call in, send a WhatsApp message. We are also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You would have 90 seconds, so once you get through on the phone line, please go straight to sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yo.
Itodo and Angelic Gabriella, how are you doing?
Very well, you're welcome.
This is Abakar calling from Gwagwalada. I greet all the callers, esteemed listeners and contributors of Nigeria Info. Talking about conducting census when we have social problems, social economic problems in the country. Which population do you want to carry out census on them? A hungry, shattered, unemployed, the population that is unsettled. It is just for another political move. And I thank His Excellency, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He should remain determined. The resolve of some PDP governors that they are not going to support coalition will not stop the formation of that coalition. coalition is for the well-being and common good of all Nigeria. We support that coalition. And again, we are calling, Haboka is calling on the people of Plateau. They should unite. They are known to be warriors right from time. Some people who are strangers will not be causing chaos. They should unite.
All right.
Plateau, unite. That is my call this morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, my lovely brother from North Central part of Nigeria, Mr. Itodo, and my lovely sister, Queen, Madam Gabriella of Nigeria Reform.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
This is a lovely brother from North Central part of Nigeria, living in Kuba Federal Housing, Mandaruna. And I just took up a coalition to fit Tinubu. It's on ground. Yes. Those are PDP governors say that you cannot form coalition. They will not understand. If Alaja Abakari move from PDP to SDP or any party to defeat Tinubu, majority of Nigeria that love of Nigeria will move. They will remain in PDP and the two will shock them because that the followers will decide, not the governor, not the official will decide to remove Tinubu. So if there's no coalition, Tinubu will come back. When 2011, when Buhari refused to do coalition with the SPLA and the NPP, it did not come back. Later, they called the form coalition and remove Jonathan 2015. That's still to have 2027 because, 2027. Because if they need to coalition with Tinubu, 2027, LLCI, Nigeria will be Nigeria.
All right. Okay. That's enough. Easy. All right. Now, here is something that's really important to note regarding those talks about coalition. It's been going on for a very long time, and it makes you question if the coalition is for the interest of the people or to prove a point that power can be taken over from the APC. Now, we see that the PDP governors are not in agreement. And just recently, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, I believe, said that the president will be in office for 8 years before power is handed over to anybody else. The emphasis on that is that power should remain in the South. And during a recent meeting by the PDP governors in Oyo State, following up with an interview with the governor of Oyo State as well, he boldly stated that he has what it takes to run for office. And Chief Bade George also shared sentiments and his thoughts regarding the fact that power should be in the South. That was the initial agreement before Atiku ran for office. So that was somewhat going against whatever plans they had for power to come to the South. And if the governor of Oyo State is saying he has what it takes, it means that one of the reasons why they are against the coalition is so that power remains in the South and anybody else can have a chance to run for that office come 2027. Again, what exactly is the reason for the coalition? Is it the people or to prove a point? And the recent statement by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar saying that the coalition is already, it's ongoing. So whether or not the PDP governors agree to it, and it makes you question, if a house is divided, how exactly are they expected to achieve their plans for the country? Because we are hoping that whatever plans politicians have, it is for the good of the people and not just their interest in the end. And coalitions have also included the NNPP. And recently as well, Ganduje stated that Kwankwaso might be coming back to the NNPP. So it just makes you wonder, who exactly would be supporting this coalition? Are we going to be shocked when in the end, the faces of this coalition are, put out there and I don't know, there'll be maybe a destabilizing of the ruling party. But I think time would unveil all that might play out. And
I think even beyond that, this just shows a level, to some extent, a level of desperation. I mean, we've talked about the fact that some of these political parties do not even, properly articulate their values and their and what they align, what they abide by
Their
as
ideologies?
their ideologies, right? Because we see a lot of conversations about a coalition. We see conversations about Kwankwaso coming back to the NN people. We see conversations about, I mean, just
the APC,
yesterday
you meant to say.
to the APC, I meant to say just yesterday, article coming out to say, look, he's going to align with whatever party that will deliver on the mandate of becoming president come 2027. When we see all of these going on, it makes you wonder, what is the end goal? Like you asked, is it for the people? Or are we seeing, a time where it's a I don't want to say a do or die affair.
Power tussle?
Not even beyond the power tussle per se. It's like, I'm going to go anywhere, whatever party that would give me what I want, which is the end goal, becoming president or winning the elections come 2027. And that obviously makes me question the strength of our political parties in Nigeria. How solid are political parties? Do we have political parties because of the possibility of winning elections, which is what it looks like right now? Or do we have political parties because they align with whatever values that they have set for their parties? So these are questions that nobody's even asking and nobody's even answering. We're just seeing a lot of defections going on, talks of coalition going on, just for one end goal, to win elections.
In the end, the power rests with the people who will decide. And I'm hoping that more Nigerians get to a realization that if they come out in their numbers and exercise their right, they can indeed decide on who would be in that office. Because rigging only happens when the numbers in a particular polling unit do not show up. That way, it gives room for the numbers to be played around with. So I wish we get to a point where, with our electoral laws getting better strengthened than they are right now, people actually push for what they want, exercise their rights, and do what would, in the end, benefit everybody else who is in Nigeria and Nigerian.
Let's hear from you now. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome. Please move away from your device.
Is it okay now?
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I want to start from the last question.
What's your name, sir?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let it be clear, like Gabriella said in her last speech, most of those big names you are hearing up there, talking of coalition and no coalition, talking of running alone, to be honest and sincere to you, these things are for self-aggrandizement. No politician out there, I am one at my own level, but I'm sorry to say that those big guys who hear their name are only there for struggling to get in the office and the juicy ones. They don't even care what happens at the grassroots. I'm in the FCT. I live in Buhari. How many of these big names have visited their constituencies and constituents after every major election? That's the question we should ask ourselves. How many of them is feeling the pulse of their supporters? Those people who Dickens said are the owners of the power. How many of them know what we are suffering, even as party card members, bearing members? The truth is, they are not just struggling there. For us, the party members at the grassroots, no. But let me put them on notice. Soon the FCT is going to be having an election, the area council election, to be conducted by INEC, to God be the glory, to conducted by INEC. This one is no longer state INEC now, or state rec or whatever. Let them come and show that their strength at the FCT elections coming up soon.
All right.
PDP should come and make this FCT be 6/6 if they have that power. To really take the power from Tinubu. Let them come and win behind FCT first.
All right.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's move on to somebody else. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
How is your colleague doing?
She's good. Hi, Gabriella. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Please go ahead, sir.
My sister, how are you? How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Welcome.
Now, don't take coffee this morning.
Not yet.
Okay. My name is Ojo, the next president.
Welcome, Ojo.
We are enjoying the drama that is going on in PDP. Atiku wants a coalition, while the governor are opposed to it. But one fact remains: it will all be on the interest of the people, and it is the people that will decide our fate, what is going to be in 2027. But I can the politician free of charge that Nigeria will look at the candidates that will come up and the one we believe that can help our situation. So for PDP or APC, any other party, if they don't feature the person that we can trust, I bet you we use our vote to send them packing.
All right.
Because we have suffered enough and it will not continue again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's go into the live feed and take some of your comments. At this time, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Don't forget to follow and be a part of the conversation.
On Facebook, Emperor Malenga Audu says any form of coalition may not succeed if it is based on power tussle. And Oyewole Fatunla says the PDP governance communique was disappointing, especially their stance on a coalition to dislodge the failing APC. Their arrogance is misplaced and Nigerians grow increasingly disillusioned. The governors appear to disconnected from the reality and struggles of the people. All right. Thank you very much, Oyewole, for sending that. Oludade Abiodun says, good morning once again. What do you expect Atiku to say? I believe the PDP with Atiku is as their candidates, it will be a disaster. This is exactly what they did the other time that made Wike to stand against them. Certainly, their gang up against Tinubu will not end up yielding any results. Moazu John Lasisi from Jigo Buhari says Atiku should just focus on his ambition and leave Tinubu to do his work. He should tell Nigerians his agenda for the masses and not how many people he has gathered against the president. Hilary Uchena says Dangote reducing the price of fuel is commendable and I think it will help reduce the suffering of the masses. Good morning to you, Hafsat Mwazu. Thank you for watching us live on Facebook. And Wachuku Chinedu Kennedy from Okukwa Umuhu Okwato. I hope I got that correctly. It says the denial of River State sole administrators summoning for Barra is quite laughable. And so hilarious. We can't wait to see the end of all this drama, is what Wachuku says.
Well, he has strongly denied reports that he summoned the suspended governor of Rivers State and his deputy for a meeting on Friday, April 18th. And he described the claims as being false and misleading, warning the general public against dangers of fake news. But on the flip side, he has been summoned.
He's been summoned now
by the reps. There's a reps committee, and
that's not fake news,
committee,
is it?
No, it's not, on River State oversight, and they have invited him to appear before them on Thursday for an interactive session. Now, one of their reps said the engagement is necessary to ascertain the true state of affairs in River State and to ensure that the House remains properly guided in the discharge of its oversight responsibilities in the public interest. So we'll, follow up on the outcome of this interactive session and, see how things play out. Let's go on to WhatsApp. Take some of your voice notes. Don't forget, it should be less than 90 seconds if you decide to send one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nigeria for Itodo. I heard the headline as Almakura, Masari, everyone, the CPC remain loyal to Mr. President. I agree on that because I want to assure you, Almakura is somebody that he doesn't take anything lightly. He's a very straight human being person. Almakura was in CPC and you control CPC as a governor. And it doesn't come to the matter of project is it doesn't come to anywhere, and I can assure you it's going to remain that APC constantly because Al-Makura is not somebody that is go this way, and I can assure you the security issue. let Nigeria pray because.
Good morning, Nigeria Info. Good morning, Abuja. This is Chukwudi listening from Abia State. Plateau State banned land grazing. Yes, I like the idea. I like the movement. Because if they are waiting for federal government or security agencies, such as police, soldier, for them to come and help the state against all these killing, we're not going to help them because some of these our big leaders, many of them have a cow. So for me, I like the movement. Other states, like Benin, all these serial killing is happening. Other states, they should learn from Plateau state government. It's not clear that any cow that waka anyhow in order to look for grass to chop is a big offense for Plateau state. So all these herdsmen, they don't hear them.
All right, thank you for sharing that. But just to clarify, what was banned in Plateau State was night grazing, not grazing generally. So you cannot have the grazing happen at night, basically. Just to clarify that from the last voice note. But let's hear from you now.
Concerning this killing and everything, I don't know why these politicians don't even think of human life. In order to make a government president's rule look bad, they go to a lot of length. If at the end of the day we investigate this issue, you see that this killing might even come from the opposition. I don't know why life means nothing to them in Nigeria. I don't know why life means nothing. I see the people they are killing are not human like them. It's very disheartening why they will use politics to cause problem in the country. Have a great day. God.
Yes, good morning. This is Mr. Gideon from Gwagwalada. Yes, I'm in support of coalition, but any coalition that will present the Northern as a presidential flag bearer, I will not support it. I'm not supporting Tinubu, but if any coalition presents Northerners as a flag bearer of presidential election, I will rather support Tinubu than to supporting any Northerners for this season. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Let's run through some of your messages on WhatsApp right now. Jacob Oded, did I hear him on Facebook at some point?
No.
No, okay, he's not there. All right. So going into coalition with the usual mindset that it is more of personal interest than the interest of the masses will definitely not yield the needed result. Comrade Chris Iziocha in Madala says, reacting to the coalition of political parties, what is their original intent? Is it only to grab power and start developing thick skin towards the pains and anxieties of the masses? What are the solid philosophies put in place for a sustainable Nigeria? Nigeria, we healthy is how he ends his message. I laugh again. Did the INEC chairman forget he promised Nigerians that their vote will count in the last elections? What happened after the elections? God help Nigerians is what James in Durham shares. And this message from Pa Andrew Udoimo in Suleja says, Tinubu asked the Population Census Commission to submit report on census within 3 weeks. I seriously think it's a misplacement of priority. Over half of Nigeria states are, well, not up to half, okay, but states in Nigeria are being run by insecurity. How would they go to such states? Killings everywhere, and we're talking about census, is how Pa Andrew ends his message.
All right, Maza John Lasese from Buari sends a message and says, filling stations yet to adjust pump price despite Dangote price reduced. That is wickedness on the part of the marketers. It's easier for them to increase, yet Nigeria will say it's the precedent. And this one here says, Communities flee as bandits attack. Flee, I'm sure you meant to say, as bandits attack and in Benue State. When will these attacks stop? Filling stations yet to adjust the new fuel price. The task force should do the needful. That's from Chukwugozie Onu in Madala. And this one here says, good morning. Slashes down of petrol price or not, transportation will still be on the high side until the government decides to bring down the price to 400 naira to reduce the suffering of the people in the area of transportation. However, we still want the government to do the needful because insecurity, hardship, and bad economy is still affecting citizens critically. May God help us, is what Opuled says. And one more, Oludade Abiodun says, good morning once again. I know some people's selfish interest won't allow the PDP to be just because they want to be president at all costs. Must you be president before you can contribute to the growth of Nigeria? On the reduction in the pump price, it's a very welcome development, but we want the government to lessen the agitation of Nigerians by reducing the pump price to 500 naira in order to reduce hunger in the land, is what Oludade says.
All right, let's take some calls. We'll have 45 seconds for you. So please make good use of it. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Gabriella from PC. Like it.
You have 45 seconds.
The truth is that PDP is divided. That's we have the governor faction, we have Atiku faction, we have the UK faction. And they say they want to create a nation. I just say their side. So the coalition of Magda will not work. So Atiku should also see the horizon war. That these four boys will lead the team will be basic. So I want to advise him, let him retire for the country. He has fight for this country. Let him go and help the less privileged. That's for the delegates and it's better for the electorate.
All right.
He will continue to this money, not for him. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir.
Itodo and my name is Emeka.
Go ahead, Emeka. You have 45 seconds.
Yes, the issue is that politicians in Nigeria are just, of course, there's no ideology. Political parties are just a special purpose vehicle. Can you hear me? Hello?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. So political parties are just special purpose vehicles to get to their destinations. And once they get to their destinations, they trash the vehicle. So 2027 is going to be between APC and Nigerians. Nigerians' interest, Nigerians' desire to make a change because it's no longer a political party. There's no opposition. PDP is already disintegrated. Labour Party is tripartite. Which other party can you mention that will challenge this AP? So it's going to be Nigeria's determination to take their feet in their own hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emeka.
Right. Thank you very much. Let's take some of your comments now on the live feed on Facebook. Obunike Paul says, fuel prices stumble at 800 naira. A very funny news. Remember, it rose from 200 naira per litre. This government is just unbelievable. Also, Francis Ndamani, watching live from Enugu State, says the president should kindly reverse the state of emergency rule in River State to save our democracy. And he goes on to say that the president should begin to diversify Nigeria's economy and curtail her incessant foreign borrowings to save our economy. Okwando Obina says it's very unfortunate the situation we found ourselves in Nigeria. This is very shameful. Collins from Zuba says, imagine the Ogun State governor's aide scaling through and becoming a lawmaker at the National Assembly. The elective position was an automatic slot for him. I imagine a decent team of leaders at the helms. The followers will follow suit. And a message on YouTube, Hafsat Mwazu says, good people, we're always receiving the news of petrol reduction from Dangote, but we have not seen it.
And Hafsat goes on to say, we are deeply saddened with all the killings in the country. Let the federal government and our security agencies bring lasting solution. A good place to wrap things up right now. Go on a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the lead, and we'll be looking at what the governor of Plateau State is saying.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
This is Nigeria Info.